What's good, Laker Nation? Yeah. First I want to thank the people who subscribed to me and left comments and very encouraging and loving my blogs. In particular, a person asked me about giving up my source. They saying who's that because you give up good information and they uh, basically was saying that I was dead on about the Ben Simmons situation. I called it, you know, advance about that, rumors that he may try to force his way to the LA. They brought it up a couple of days later after I mentioned it. Then my friend, my source who worked for the NBA, he told me that Philly doesn't care about if you force his way to LA, they're gonna select him anyway. So that blog there, what I put talk about that, the person hit me up, was very impressed with that, and a couple other things I said that they felt was on point, and basically asked me, it's curious who I know and who worked for the NBA. Like I said, it's a good friend of mine. We grew up together, and I hung out with a lot of NBA players through him. We hang out. He's very, very, very connected. I said he's good friends with them. I got pictures with a lot of NBA guys, was being in clubs together and things like that. Like I said, I want to get into the Phil Jackson situation. Phil said he warned the Lakers should take Kristaps Porzingis. It's funny. I really want to get into this real quick because it's funny how everybody want to seem like a genius. He's sitting there saying he warned us like he's so smart and selecting Porzingis. But let me break this down to you, and I want all you guys to have an open mind about this and listen, what I'm about to say. First, it's easy picking fourth to say, oh, what you should have did or what you shouldn't have done, right? He's saying he warned the Lakers. That's a bunch of BS because Phil wanted Okafor so bad. Carmelo wanted Okafor. Phil wanted Okafor. When they went to 4, they felt it was no shot at them getting Okafor. So Phil I guess he was probably trying to bamboozle the Lakers to say, hey, I think you should pick this kid, Porzingis kid. He said he told one of the Bus siblings, I think you should pick Porzingis. You'd be crazy to pass this guy up. Because he figured if the Lakers go for it and pick Porzingis, he knew Philadelphia would have picked Russell and he would have got Okafor. Because at that time, Towns was clear-cut number 1. So I guess he was trying to fake the Lakers out by staring them Porzingis' way. And this way, Philly would have picked Russell and he would have got Okafor. Okafor was the man he wanted. Porzingis landed in his lap. And I'm going to clear this up. It's easy for somebody to say, it's easy for someone to pick Porzingis at 4 because only person you passing up is, let's say, Moutier. Like for potential, Moutier. And Moutier didn't play in the States. So he was kind of like lost in the shuffle. So you wouldn't have got that much heat. Like if Porzingis wouldn't have did what he did, and just say if he'd have been so par, they wouldn't have got that much heat picking 4th. Now the Lakers picking 2, it wasn't worth the risk for the Lakers, the risk picking Porzingis. Because now they picked him after had so much information on D'Angelo Russell throughout his whole college career. Throughout the first year, he destroyed. He came up big in his freshman year in college. They had so much information who this player is. They saw his passing ability, his shooting ability, his scoring ability. They couldn't pass that up. And also Okafor, who the Lakers wanted. They couldn't pass them up. Everybody knew that Okafor was going to be a 20-point scorer. Now, I just want to rewind back just a little bit and talk about, it's not, when you picking 2, keep it simple. You cannot try to be fancy or try to think you outsmarting someone by picking a player that you think and you're not 100% sure on. And the reason I say that is uh, back then with Detroit Pistons, they didn't have that much information on Darko Milicic. They didn't. Joe Dumars went there a couple times, but he felt, oh, he's a 7-foot guy, he could shoot. But here it is, you have Carmelo Anthony, who everybody named Mother said he's going to be a star in the NBA. He's going to be a star. He's going to be an all-star for many years. He's a walking 20-point scorer immediately so many came in the league. It was plain and simple, this who Carmelo is. You can't pass that up for an unknown guy trying to be smart, think you outsmarting other people at that early, a second pick, trying to, hit a home run and make it like you smart. You gotta go with the sure thing, a guy who you have that on. Carmelo won the championship his first year. He showed what he's going to be. You can't fool around with that. Pick him. You had Tayshaun Prince there, but Tayshaun Prince is more a defender. You knew Tayshaun Prince was just a role player. You knew Carmelo Anthony was going to be an all-star. You knew that. So you just pick him. If you played them together for 1 year, then if you want to move Tayshaun Prince, you move him. Now they franchise been done a couple years after that. It's not worth fooling around trying to be slick. I ain't gonna say slick, but trying to think you outsmart someone with someone you had a little that on and you don't know much about. These workouts, Porzingis, yeah, he may look good in the workouts, 7 feet shooting jump shots, running the floor, dunking. I saw a couple of his workouts. That's not really saying much compared to what you saw what Okafor and Russell did throughout the year. So you just pick Russell or Okafor. Don't be cute, and that's what the Lakers did. And now because Porzingis had a good year, and let me just say this in defense of Russell. Yeah, they saying this. Russell averaged 13 points. Porzingis averaged, I think, 14 points and 7 rebounds. Porzingis started hitting the wall towards the second half of the year, started struggling. Russell came on, was dominant once Kobe and Lou Williams went down. Russell showed what he can do and things like that. And mind you, he had a coach like Scott. I like Byron Scott for, like I said, I'm a diehard Laker fan when he's a player. But as a coach for that particular team, no way. He was negative every time. Even times he had good games, he still should do this. D'Angelo Russell's coming out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what type of offense I'm running. He played all year not knowing what the hell was going on. He wasn't comfortable in the system, in and out the lineup. So he dealt with some adversity, and like I said, there was only a points. It ain't all about scoring, but points difference in points. And the Knicks wasn't that much better than the Lakers. Like I said, they're in the weak conference, and considering the coach, Derek Fisher was not negative. They supported Porzingis the whole way. Byron Scott wasn't. So you have to take that into effect. If I could do the thing all over again, I would still keep Russell. And like I said, it's not about being cute. That's the same thing I feel about this year. Ingram come, just pick him. Don't try to be fancy and try to, think you're seeing something. Just pick him. You saw what he did out the year. That's good enough. That's like, for instance, if someone like Diamond Stone, saying he turned out. See, but I don't like when this like with this people. Okay, I'm slow down for a minute. Draymond Green. I hate when people say, "Oh, all them teams passed up on Draymond Green. He's making, Warriors so smart for picking him, and all these teams passed up on him. He know everybody that went in front of him, from 1 to I think 35 or whatever pick he went." Yeah, I'm gonna say that to say this. Draymond Green was undersized as power forward. He was chubby. He wasn't athletic. He couldn't shoot the way he was shooting now. He was just a solid player. He got picked where I think he's supposed to got picked, in the second round. He was no surefire first round pick. Yeah, he worked his tail off and became the player he is now. But that's not to sit there and say, "Oh, this player is this person's stupid," or teams dumb for passing on. That's the same way, like saying a guy like, for instance, a guy like Diamond Stone. Saying if Diamond Stone get picked late, and he end up, just say 5, 10 years down the road, he ended up being the best player in the draft. You can't say Philadelphia, just say Dom Stone become like a 10-time All-Star, and saying Simmons and Ingram become like a 4 or 5-time All-Star, and saying Dom Stone career be clearly better than Simmons and Ingram. You can't look back and say the Lakers and Philly were stupid for picking Ingram and Simmons. You cannot say that, because they got to go by what they see throughout the year and the talent, what they saw. They saw a 6'10" Simmons, ability, versatile, did what he did this year. They saw Ingram, 6'9.5", tall, small forward, lanky, did what he did this year. Diamond Stone struggled. He didn't play that well. So if he end up turning out to be the best, that's not to say a team is stupid, or you warned them, or you're a better GM because you saw something in him. He got picked in the 30s. That's what happened. Now, in Jordan Clarkson's situation, I don't think he should have been a 46 pick, because, for one, he was like a 6'4", 6'5" point guard. And he could play both positions. He had a nice enough shot. He was fast. He's athletic. I think he should have been a first round. His situation is different from Draymond Green, because Draymond Green, like I said, was an undersized power forward. Draymond Green is like, what, 6'6", 6'5.5", a power forward. He was out of shape. He wasn't, his jumper wasn't what it is now. Like, he was athletic. So you can't sit there and say, hey, this team don't know what they're doing, or that team, So teams, you gotta stay away from that. And Phil always try to make it look like he's this smart by picking Porzingis. The pressure is different. He passed, let's say the worst he probably passed, let's say Moody, who most New Yorkers at the time wanted. Passing on Okafor and Russell, the Lakers would have did that. And then the rest of the play in that back half draft, if he'd have struggled. Look at all the guys, the history of them big men who came from overseas, what they did. They really struggled. So with that being said, you don't have that much data on them. It's hard to judge. And somebody that's shooting jump shots, I could go in the gym right now and look good, shoot jump shots, run up and down, shoot jump shots, and dunk. That means, I get hot, and that means, I killed the workouts, I should be a first round pick. And another thing, no one don't know this. My good friend of mine's, the reason why the Lakers really wanted Okafor. They really wanted Okafor. But with the Lakers, what he was telling me, the reason why the Lakers picked Russell, it wasn't the ability, the three-point shooting and this and that. Because the Lakers knew they could have had a point guard. They had Rondo in the bag. They knew they could have signed Rondo. That was a no-brainer. They knew they could have signed Rondo. So they was going after LaMarcus Aldridge also. And reason why they didn't pick, they never come out and say this, because you won't never want to say this, but this with people, like I said, the inside. And this was what really, I'm letting y'all go know some real scoop right now. Is the personality. Okafor has a deep voice. He more laid back on the Tim Duncan side, more laid back, deep voice. And you can hear the way he speak. Compared to Russell. Russell's more fluent and a little more, come off a little more confident and things like that. And Russell he more like a pretty boy. And the Lakers feel they knew Kobe was leaving. They needed someone who they could bring fans to, who can draw, people to the franchise. Because he got more of an exciting game, the passing. Like I said, the way he carries himself. See, the Lakers, at the end of the day, basketball is very important. But at the end of the day, it's about the money. They need people come to the games. And Russell sold himself more on, taking that challenge. You see how he came in with the red jacket when he got drafted. He had more of that swagger and that ability that the Lakers felt that he can draw people to him. Like, you know, people like him, like a lot of people like him, like where maybe he could get free agents to come like down the road. We killed him a little bit, that Nick Young situation. A lot of players didn't mess with him. But they did that more than Okafor being more of a laid back person. Because they knew Okafor, they felt more confident that Okafor could get you 20, who will come step in and get some points. Everybody knew that same way like Carmelo Anthony. You knew Okafor coming in, getting some points. Opposed to Russell, you feel he could do it, but it was more of a marketing thing of more star potential. A guy with that type of attitude could draw fans, especially these new younger fans, in to his style of play. That brings me the same thing he's saying with if the Lakers would have had #1 pick. He's saying they would have picked Simmons because the same thing. The Lakers love stars, so they'd have brought Simmons in also over Ingram, even though Ingram is a better fit and probably can help them out more right now. And technically, basically, I don't think you will really want the team up because they friends and you can see it be more of a click thing with Simmons and Russell. They're more of the showboating type and things like that. Ingram more of a, you know, workhorse, a gym rat, like a Kevin Durant, like they gym rats. And, you know, what's the name? Russell and Simmons more of, you know, you can see the outside influence, like the way they carry themselves. They carry themselves with this swagger, this aura with them, where like this is me, you know. So I know this video a little long, and I wanted to break it up, but there's some things I definitely had to put you guys up on, and I want you to read the inside. Like I said, I be wanting to post pictures up so bad of me and some guys when we be hanging out, some NBA guys in the club, but you know, a lot of conversations sometimes be private and things like that. But I just want you guys to see, you know, this y'all part of me now. I want to really give y'all some real insight what's going on, and you know, but I say much as I can and much as I supposed to say. But yeah, to subscribe to me, follow me on Twitter, Laker Beat News. Subscribe. Leave your comments below. I'd like to know what you think about this video.